friends.
And we are live. What's going on, guys? This is our Sigil Witchery series, episode 2, personal design. And of course, we got our lovely Crescent Moon and our lovely Rowan, who is cleaning stuff up right now. There was a mess. There was an incident. An accident.
It was an accident with coffee. Did we interrupt you?
Yes, you did. If you don't mind, I'm lighting my cigar.
Sorry.
So, okay. So, oh wow, we forgot a lot of things to do, including watching the old video. Oh no, wait, that was
Let's take a day for tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, ignore me. So, in the last episode, we kind of just covered the basics of what Sigil Witchery is, how to do it, how it works, that sort of thing, and why witches do what we do with them. This video is specifically entailing about how I personally design my sigils and work my process with Sigil Witchery, witchcraft, how Crescent works her sigils and her magic, and same thing with Rowan down here. So that's what we're going to get into. This may give you some inspiration on using or working with sigils in your own way. Maybe you can tell us how you work with sigils if they're different than us. And we might even throw out a couple of other ways to use them, even though that's not what we do. But just to throw out some options to let you know that what we do isn't the only things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Crescent, since you are a lady,
am I?
Would you like to go first?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So, all right. So for me, when it comes to, hey Debbie, when it comes to
I can't see the comment.
Created sigils, for me, right, in my book, I go two ways about it. Like the complete sigil will have one or the other of two looks to it, and I'll explain. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So sigils are known to be seen in two fashions, right? Either in this fashion, okay, which this isn't a real sigil, just I literally drew this like the other day just to show you guys an example. Though it could be used as a real sigil.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So there's this sigil, and then there's this sigil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For me, the only difference between the two is that in this inner ring, it tells you either A, the intention of the sigil, or B, because sigils can also be used for conjurations, the name of who you're summoning and conjuring. So that's the point of this inner center. I'm also not going to clarify, or I'm going to clarify that I am not the all-knowing to sigils, and none of us are. So if we use different reasons for other, ignore us. This is just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's up? You gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say that sigils, like everything else, and people's he's stealing stuff again. Everybody's practice is different, and just because you or one group of people uses something one way doesn't mean that is the only and a specific way to use it. You can do whatever you want. Like that's the beauty of witchcraft. Like feel free to build on something someone else has already done.
Exactly. If you guys can hear my father's TV, I apologize. I kicked him into his room.
It's not bad.
Huh? No, okay. I was gonna say I kicked him into his room so he can be as loud as he wants in there. So, all right. So for me, first thing I'm doing when I create a sigil is I need to know. I'm looking at you. Thank you. Yeah, the crystal. Right.
It's crystal. I'm a witch. It's crystal. It should be fine.
It's okay. I'll let it pass. So, first thing I do is figure out.
As long as it ain't crystal meth.
Shit. Just might be what.
Slander. Not on my good name.
Meanwhile, I'm over here partaking.
No, thank you, my good bitch.
Huh?
No, thank you, my good bitch.
No, thank you, my good bitch. Yeah, so first thing I'll do is get exactly my intention So say I'm doing a sigil for home protection, right? But specifically, maybe I want to do a home psychic protection spell, right? Because we have a lot of physical protections when it comes to our homes, as we should. But the thing we also maybe will tend to forget is the psychic aspect and the psychic protection from negative spirits, unwanted energies, malicious witchcraft that could be sent to you, anything like that. You got to have your psychic wards up. So for my specific writing intention, it'll go psychic home protection, straight to the point. Um, I leave out as much useless words as I can. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. It's not like I'll do, psychic home protection for all purposes. You can, but for me, I don't feel like I need to do that. Just psychic home protection would be a general good overlook on it. Create, like, write that out, and then for me, I will take out any repeating letters along with any vowels, and whatever letters I'm left with, I will create some type of imagery out of it. Okay, now sometimes, like, the finished product may just be that, or like I said, maybe it'll be like this. And if it's like this with the ring, depending on the energy of the spell is where I will like start the word, or like, whatever the intention. So for here, I like to use fire a lot for protection. This is a make-believe protection sigil. I like to use the element fire, which to me is in the direction of south. So the P starts down here and then goes to O, R, blah, 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 blah. So it starts off in the direction of the energy I'm trying to incorporate.
How did you get your circle so perfect?
I trace.
Bottom of a cup.
I bought one of these.
Yeah. And most of my things, you'll see perfect circles, but like if I'm doing a pentacle, the star is going to be garbage.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
No, it's going to be trash. Even if I get a ruler, no, it never works. So that's how I'll do it. Say if you're doing like an astral projection sigil, right? You'll have it in here, and then you can like write astral projection starting in the west for water,
Mm-hmm.
and then go from there. And then if you're using more earth energies for your protection, start in the east, start in the north, wherever you feel it earth is at. But and then that would be the completed imagery. My next step is I will take the image, like off of the paper, so it's just the image, the sigil, and I will meditate and enchant the symbol with the energy and power that I want it to infuse, because the sigil in itself, as we discussed in the last video, is like a spell itself. It is a living, it has energy to it, and it is one of the most powerful tools which is used because it encompasses the entire energy and essence of your spell into a symbol. So I would enchant the sigil, and I'll know it's complete when I can close my eyes like a week later and still see that exact same image, that sigil in my head, and I know what it's used for. You know what I mean? That's how I'll know my completion or my enchantment is completed. Doesn't mean that's how you guys do it. Doesn't mean that's how anyone else does it. And then for the most part, if I'm not, so I'll either destroy the sigil in the spell work by one of the elements for activation, or I'll activate it with blood, or at the very least a slap in the sigil. Like like when you get like a little fresh mint and you gotta slap it, a little rub to get the essence going. Yeah, get the little sigil, like a little burrito. You gotta get the burrito, and
Sometimes you gotta slap it to get it ready.
Sterling's in the house. Hey!
What's up, Sterling?
And Lady Witch and Mama Wolf. Sorry, hi. I got excited.
Rowan, do you slap your burrito?
Stop it. I knew this was gonna go to the slap in the burrito.
Do you like when you got your burrito, right? Do you like just give it a little slap before you bite it?
Go ahead and tell the truth and tell him no, because that's freaking weird.
A burrito is not my first choice.
Oh,
you know what? Everybody needs to take their burrito and give it a little slap before you bite into it.
First of all, when I'm eating a burrito, I'm eating a breakfast burrito, and I'm eating with a fork and a knife.
Okay, well, that doesn't even count as a burrito.
Not at all. That's not a burrito. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. So after the enchantment, and that's exactly how I'll activate it, either through the elements, blood, or a slap. It's just and
Let
then
me-
use it in your spell.
Oh, Brittany, hello. Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay, Brittany. I mean, that's a thing.
That is a thing.
What is she? I can't see the. I can't see the chat. What
She
did
said,
say?
"I prefer my burrito." I'm a first
Just
of all,
do the
boom.
thing. There you go.
I prefer my burrito to slap meat.
That's right.
I love that.
That deserves a slap.
Because it's like this.
That's not how it's always done. Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna sound like a real slow person on here because you everything you just said about sigils, I don't do any of that. I don't
I've
do
never slapped a sigil.
what?
I've never slapped a sigil.
Yeah, well, no, I have never slapped a sigil either. Feel like
Hello.
feel like your sigils are a lot different than mine.
My sigil's a little freaky sometimes.
I
Yeah.
see. I see.
Show me on the
Really?
sigil where he touched you.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Show Mama where just say it again because I can't say it.
Show them on the sigil where they touched you.
Right.
Exactly. Rowan, what do you do?
Whenever I use sigils, it's usually probably going to be activated by fire, honestly. Either incense, it's going to be charged with incense and then activated with fire. I've never used earth. I've never used really water for anything. I did see on TikTok this girl who drew her sigil on like a piece of paper towel out of like I think it was like red permanent marker, and in a bowl of water she dipped it in, and all the red ink fell into the water, and she uses the
That's
water.
good. I like that.
No, I like that. I'll agree with you with that because also with the fire, either sometimes I'll like wave it over the flame if I don't want to like actually turn it into ash, or I'll turn it into ash.
Right.
You could just burn the outer ring of it too.
That too.
Now, what would you consider the difference between sigils that you use once and just burn it up as compared to the sigils that stay on like your tools? Would you consider those more of amulets than just a regular sigil?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I feel like sigils have to be somewhat destroyed or deactivated to
Right.
redo them.
Because we went into that a little bit.
Yeah, in our last one. Were you in the comments on the last one?
The mud one?
No, the episode 1 Sigil Witchery.
I don't think so.
I think you were in Miami when we did that.
Oh, yeah, I was in Miami.
You were in Miami. So we went into a whole like exactly. Highlight like what Lady Witch said because I can't do it on my side. I have no power. Look, we went into activation, deactivation uses, all that in the first one because his methods are very different than mine, and like he does things that I don't do, and I do things that he doesn't do. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to pick your brain, like what do you do?
Oh, I just got so dark on my end. Is there an echoing noise or something?
I heard a.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Okay, I'm still hearing it.
Me too.
I don't hear it.
It's fading away now. So
Can't
what
be
do you do, Rowan?
With what?
Sigils, like what's your process?
Oh, of creating them? I do the part with the no vowels, and then I get the vowel. I get what I want to say. I try to say it in as few words as possible that make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll give rid of the vowels, and then each one of the letters, say for example A, well, no, that's a vowel.
B.
So V, it's like this.
I said B, but yeah.
B. So V is like this.
Yes.
So I break that down. So I have one line that goes like this and one line that goes like this. So I try to. So say for example C and B. So C I just keep as like a full
C.
one. So I would take C as like kind of like a upside down moon.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I no. I'll show you.
I got you. Hold on. Let me grab a green piece of paper. Okay, tell me again.
Upside down moon,
Upside down moon.
kind of like a U, but wider.
Yeah.
Wider.
And
Yes.
then I would do the one V that goes on the one side of the horns this way, and then the other that way. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like it. Like
Like
it's in
this?
the head.
Like that.
Yeah.
And that would start whatever I wanted to work on.
Yeah.
Nice. And then I would just keep doing that. Say for example, I had a B. I would take the one line, and then I would take the two other C's that create B, and then I would try to find some way that would fit in. So I would probably on that one put the one line in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
like where the whoop is.
Put it in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
I got you. Like this isn't the middle. I'm not the best.
Yeah, that works. And then take the two C's that are made out of the B and put one on one side and then one on the other. And I can flip them around. It doesn't have to be a C like this. It could be the other way too.
Like this?
Yeah. And then I would just keep going to whatever makes sense, whatever I like.
Yeah, that's another thing. For my sigil, it won't just be limited to just the letters I'm using. I'll incorporate whatever to make the imagery look good. So, for example, say this is a cleansing sigil, okay? Maybe I'll like
a cleansing and victory.
Okay.
The V for victory.
So, in that case, this is what I would do myself. That that would. If I got all the letters down, whatever, moving on to just imagery, I would add this. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the damn camera. This circle here, not color it in because we're cleansing, right? So leave it the white, and then up here, I have an arrow kind of looking for victory.
Yeah, it looks like a arrow because you're shooting towards victory.
Oh, yes. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I thought you did that on purpose.
No. Oh shit. Okay, I can't work with an inverted camera.
So it's almost like you're taking back all the negative energy and shooting it somewhere else, and then you're also shooting.
Yeah, you could literally do have it, and when you have the complete sigil, just because I drew it like this doesn't mean it has to stay like that. I can go like this. I can go like this. It don't matter. And actually, the arrow is a rune for Tur. No, not Tur. Tyr? I'm gonna stop now. It's the rune for victory. I know that.
Which rune? The witches' runes, the Vikings' runes, which runes?
Nordic runes.
Nordic. Okay.
Yeah. The Elder Futhark or whatever. Yeah, Elder Futhark.
Yeah. It's
that's fancy.
Very strange.
So what about you, Crescent?
I don't do any of that shit.
Wait, actually, hold on. Wait, Rowan, were you finished? So, this is how you create the sigil right now. How are you activating it? You said by fire mainly?
Yeah, I would probably do it with fire.
Okay.
And if I wanted to incorporate it anymore, I would take the ashes, and it would probably be a candle spell. At least the victory part. So I would use the ashes and mix it into my powder. I also do it with Hotfoot too, because I would because it's so boring to take the person's name and then make a sigil out of their spirit themselves, have their name and birth date and create it all into one sigil, burn it, put it in the Hotfoot powder, and use the Hotfoot powder if, say for example, you're in a work setting and you don't want to fuck everybody else, you just want to target that one specific person.
That sounds good.
I like that.
Because a lot of the times what you do, you'll make a master batch of your Hotfoot powder, and then whenever you need to, target somebody specifically, and you don't want to mess everybody up in the office, you take a little bit out, you make that little petition paper that has their sigil, burn it. That way, if, say for example, you're going after Robert and you don't want to mess up Dorothy, it's specific to Robert, and if Dorothy walks across it, okay, she's good.
Yeah. Right. And that's the thing about throwing Well, that's another topic, but the hot foots get tricky, especially when you're in a place that's busy.
Yeah.
Um, well, y'all are just fancy people, and I'm over here being a basic witch.
I don't think it's that fancy.
Well, I didn't even know there were freaking books on this subject until very recently.
Oh,
Okay.
something also I think we were talking about a couple of days ago. Um, People who make servitors, specifically, you said that one of your kids used to use sigils in his servitor work. But the first time I ever heard of it was the Blue Witch. She has a YouTube channel. Um, Back in the day, I used to watch her, and that's how she created her servitors, is by using a sigil as like the heart of the
Yeah,
servitor, as
Yep.
like the binding part.
Yep.
that's what
With,
Adrian did.
with the sigils, you can, like, like when you conjure spirits or entities, they're like, it's like a portal almost of like where that entity can come through. They're binded to it. That's like their energy, their essence right there. And same thing, I guess, with the servitors. Like that's where the life of the servitor would emit from.
Hmm. Now, Adrian, I don't know what Adrian's activation or practice was. I don't. I wish he'd go back to it, considering. But I know he kept the seal and his sigil. It was he kept it on him at all times. Like he did. He never left it alone. He never did. He just it stayed on his person all the time because he felt like if he left it alone, it wouldn't act right.
Right.
So and it worked. So
You know, it'd be cool is to make your own personal sigil and find one of those wax seal companies and have them turn it
yeah.
into a wax seal for you.
That would be
I
cool.
think you can get custom molds made. There's a shop on Etsy, I think, that does stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I like
All
those.
these,
Those are cool.
yeah,
I mean, you can get your own sigil made out of your names. I mean, your own thing made out of your name. So why couldn't you a sigil?
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Oh,
I'd like to have a wax seal stamp with one, you know,
that's
uh,
what. Yeah.
or an embosser, one of those like your embossing tool thing that
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the
paper,
notary embossers.
exactly like that, but with a specific, like your personal seal or whatever sigil.
I mean, yeah, I'm a notary public. So if I wanted to use my notary seal in a working, I technically
Mm-hmm.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make that working, like to seal it in place
Yeah.
and make it personal. Say for
Yeah.
example, I'm doing like a working on a court case, and it's over a. Say for example, I have a sister. I don't, but let's just say for example, I have a sister, and we're fighting over a piece of land, and I'm using magic to help me get an upper hand. I could use my notary seal as a sigil and stamp my working and make it in my favor.
Right.
Yep.
Mhm. That's a great way to
Because I feel like
utilize.
sigils, yeah, I feel like sigils aren't always the little squiggly lines and then the pretty designs. A sigil can be a sigil even if it's like a government official seal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because look at the dollars, the bank Bank of the Treasury, they have seals on there as well.
That's a
The
whole
eye,
topic. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole topic we could go into
That
because
is a whole
of
topic we can get
publicity
into.
and all the money or on all the money. Yeah.
And it's a triangle, the strongest shape, geometrically
oh my
speaking.
god,
Yep.
I gotta show you. Y'all keep talking, but I gotta show you something my godfather showed me.
Okay.
So just keep going.
Oh, are you getting a doll?
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay. Well, I am very basic. I literally just I didn't. Okay, so I knew seals and sigils were things, but I didn't know there was certain ways of doing it, or like even a sigil etiquette that there were books on it. So I just created my own for the house, or I would create one for money, or I would create one for whatever I was doing. And which is part of why I bought this thing because I can't draw circles, save my life. And And it's
You ready?
either, yeah.
How do you tell if a dollar bill is real or not?
You see through it with light.
No, they don't have
You
strip
see his,
zones.
you see his eyes,
No.
George
No.
Washington's eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
That's how
They're
you know
tiny.
it's real. That's how you know it's real. If you see his balls, it's fake.
Rowan.
I'm not the one who came.
No, but that's good. I like it. I like it.
You had us all up in there, like, yeah.
No, we were like, what?
I really thought he was going to show me something. My godfather, my padrino, full of wisdom. I thought he was going to show me something on the dollar bill, but no, he tells me that shit.
Hey,
I
you
love
can't be
that.
serious all the time. My
Right.
sigils are very rudimentary, and I incorporate
Definition?
what?
Rid of what?
It's rudimentary,
Definition?
simple.
Okay, thank you.
I swear. Do
Rudimentary, my dear Watson.
I need to articulate it more?
I'm not.
Does anybody in the chat like that?
What?
The joke.
The joke?
Yeah.
Yes, I think they did. I'm sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. But I just use a circle or a triangle, and I incorporate whatever I'm doing. Deep throat. What?
Deep. Oh, it was. If we're talking about U.S. history, Deep Throat was the name of a whole scandal with
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah.
Was it Lyndon B.
There's a
Johnson?
I'm not. I didn't pass.
deep throat, Watergate, all that crap. Yeah.
What? What are
Yeah.
gay?
Deep
What?
Throat was the name of the person who was giving out the intel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't call
all-seeing
them.
eye of God.
What did you say, bro?
I can't. Anyway.
Anyway.
I just make simple things. I'm still learning, and I just incorporate shapes and names. And depending on like geometry. I use
Okay.
geometry.
Now tell me if you can also feel the ridges and the ink if you can. Oh, if you cannot, it's fake. I did not know that at all. I wanted to ask
And
you.
blue thread. There's supposed to be like blue thread.
How do you go about the magical? Like, so that's how you create it. How do you go about the magical side of activating it, like enchanting it, that kind of thing?
I use the prick of a finger a lot to like. I don't see my terminology might mess some of this up because I don't know if it's accurate to what's being taught. But I use.
And this is what you do.
I know, but I don't want to get yelled at.
Huh?
I won't get yelled at by anybody.
Oh, I
You
can't.
don't yell at me. I don't get it. I'm gonna tell you what I do.
You use
Yellow.
bloodletting. You let your blood flow.
Yes, I let my blood flow, and I might even draw the same thing with blood. And then that to me is like that's done. And then because a lot of mine are on like I have one at my front door, I have one at my back door, I have one on the altar, I have one stuff like I have little things stuck under other things that are working. So like it really just depends on what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. So like if I'm in a great mood and I'm feeling really creative, it can go all over the place and be really like intricate. Most of the time, I do the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. That way I remember it. And then, like, if we're doing monthly stuff, like cleansings or reactivating something, I deactivate it, however I choose to at the moment. That way I don't have to worry about it overstepping the other thing if I've changed something.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. That's pretty
What
much
would you
it.
do for like a baneful sigil?
A baneful sit? I've only done a couple of those.
Huh?
I've only done a couple of those.
Uh-huh. That's the point. 12. I got a couple of those too.
I would spit on it. I would go hot on that shit.
I mean,
Then you need to gotta give him that hot.
you can get them a hot too, or you can get them like
Pac-Man. Oh, waka 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 waka.
you can pee. You can pee on it. You can use your urine. You could use spit, saliva. You could do a lot of stuff.
It could be gross.
You could go to the hunting store, the sporting goods store, and find that jar full of deer piss.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You can use that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can
You
buy
can put
deer
worms
pee.
in a blender. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Ooh, worms in a blender.
Yeah. I'm gonna be using my blender later, but not for worms.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So yeah,
What?
Yeah,
that's
get you a jar.
You need a fucking moderator.
I know. Yeah, check your messages. Freaking, I was gonna say another thing too that would work is stabbing your sigils. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
If you pierce it, in a sense, that kind of does destroy it in a way. What was that noise?
Him going.
Oh. Shit scared me. I thought it was a date.
Yeah, that was me. That was me stabbing the sigil.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's another way. And then you can even stab it. Take a pin, right? Stab it through the sigil into the heart of a puppet.
Mm. Ooh, making a sigil, opening a poppet and using the sigil
And putting
as the
it in
heart
there.
of
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
individual.
thinking too. Yeah. But like sometimes, like depending on your puppet, maybe you can't do that for whatever reason.
Uh-huh.
I need to charge my phone. So
I can't see the chat because I came in here and I found out that my Wi-Fi is off, so I can't turn on my computer.
I literally thought you were gonna say something about your wife. I was
Take her out.
like, what?
Take her out during the holidays.
So that's all we can like thinking about like personal design. I do want to also throw out. Do you guys know any other couple of other ideas out there that you don't necessarily use but you know of? Like for me, I know that there's a method where if you take the alphabet, right, and you write it out in a circle format, that
Yes.
you would take your pencil, start with the first letter of your intention, and write like does that make sense? Like you got to draw the line in the circle to each letter of your intention, and then that itself can be your sigil. I know there's that way.
Yeah. There's. I wish I knew. Can you do a try? Can you show an example of the triangle? Because like everybody, I think the circle is super common, but I don't think people use the triangle super often.
Okay. Well, okay. So now the triangle.
Thank you, Brittany.
But
Nothing.
the triangle itself is usually, as far as I'm aware, more common in conjurations. Okay, Lord have mercy. Let me just. There we go. It's like I can't try. Okay. Okay. Let me just write. I'm gonna use Mama Madrina as an example here. I just spell Morte.
Muerte.
Okay. Ignore the fact that some letters are close and others are apart, please. I'm literally gonna draw just some. I'm gonna just draw a literal fake sigil. I just doodled it.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Exactly. So, and you could do
like that.
Yeah, I mean that was off the rip really nice.
Thank you. It's obviously
I feel
fake
like
because
if I
it's conjuring
opted
something
to,
more, huh?
I feel like if Kevin ever built like a treehouse one day and his treehouse had nothing but those sigils, if I ever walked in there and didn't know who he was, I would be scared for my shit because I think it's some kind of Blair Witch project.
I'll be honest with you. So because, and I don't know, I
That's
think
the
I shared
goal.
huh?
That's the goal.
Well, no, I was gonna say I think I shared photos with
That's what
Preston. If I didn't yet, let me know.
Uh,
In my shed, because of the hauntings and situations that happened in there, I have sigils on each of the 4 walls in chalk.
You should go in there and like draw a big sigil of Saint Michael in there.
Well, I
You know Saint
have,
Michael's sigil.
yeah, I have his oil. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't need to anymore. It's clear. I got rid of what I needed to get rid of. But I used, I think, like 2 sigils I created along with a symbol. I think I used, no, I used 1 sigil, 2 pentagrams, both like right side up and upside down, and a Nordic sigil.
nice.
Runic thing. You know, like the one that you always see, like with the circle and all the 8 spokes. That with the pentagram.
Oh, yeah. The it's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't say it. I don't know.
It will not come forth from the mouth. Nancy.
But so I know the triangle specifically used in conjurations is because like you yourself would be in the center of a circle, and we're gonna go into this in our necromancy chat. Tune in, but you can have like your own protection, your own sigil or like a protective sigil in the center of the circle, and then you have the triangle and the sigil to conjure and keep the spirit in its own space while you're in your own space. It's not, in our perspective, not to trap, not to keep hold or like be rude or nasty. No, no, no. It's you have your boundary there. I have my protection here, and we like. You don't stand butt close to someone on the street, do you? You give them space. You give them boundaries. You give them respect. Same thing.
It's like when you're at the bank and you're taking money out. They have that divide.
Well, that's also to
Makes
not.
sense.
That's also for people not to steal your pin and your information.
I mean, yeah, but
Identity theft, that's real.
yeah,
It's a
it is.
buffer.
Buffer. There you go. A good buffer.
Yep.
A buffer for the bums. Mhm.
Thank you for
Are you?
choosing McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Do you slap your seals?
If I need to. Do
That's
you?
animal abuse.
I might now.
You should.
I might.
See what it'll do. You're like, energy. Energy.
I do clap sometimes when I'm doing
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Ah, it's the same thing.
your snap is really loud and snappy. My snap sometimes
My
is like
snap?
a yeah. When you're snapping, doing after when you do your incantations and you do your snap,
Yeah. It doesn't.
it gives me zings. It gives me zings. Yeah, I'm like ooh.
It's not always.
That's the
Okay.
Italian in him.
Yeah. It's not always the best snap. Like when I
Most
choose
of-
to snap.
Most of your snaps are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I have such a
I
dull
can't
snap.
do this one.
How do you
I
do
know.
it?
I can.
I can do both. One's just better than the other.
Mine used to be this one. I couldn't do for the longest time, but I just trained myself because sometimes I trained it for witchcraft because sometimes I need to. I do it for the gods. Like okay, so like if I have Hecate's energy, Hearn's energy, I go like this to relieve them, and then I go like this to give them the solos.
You would do really good on Drag Race.
Yeah.
Sam says the exact same thing.
Okay, sorry.
Moving on.
Do you remember? No, neither one of you are old enough, but
What? Try me.
it was a show that would so get canceled now. Thanks.
Oh
To,
wait. What is it?
in Living Color.
I've never seen it.
It was
Yes.
Jim Carrey was and the Wayans brothers, and they would do the movie reviews and be like, "Hated it, too sad." It
No,
was
I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna do that now.
do it, please. Oh my god, I love that show so much. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. If that show was trying to come out now, dead in the water, wouldn't go anywhere.
Well, they tried with White Chicks too, and because
Yeah.
they
Oh,
decided there was
beautiful
this point.
chocolate man.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
It's one of the lines in the movie. What a beautiful chocolate man.
Mm.
Oh my god, where did the sun go?
It would get bad now. Anyway, that's
So
still a great movie.
that was a great movie. Oh, I needed another. You know they're coming out with a Happy Gilmore too.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
He need to die.
I thought the same thing, girl.
Mm.
When I heard him talking about that, I was like, really, bro?
I'm
I
not.
wish they would stop coming out with these damn new movies that are based off of old classics. Like Hocus
Right.
Pocus 2.
Oh,
It was horrible. And
horrible.
you know what? Here's another thing too. Like y'all can't come up with new movies that are just as great. What's going on? That you feel you need to just recreate the old legends?
And I'm sorry. Bette Midler's holding on for life.
Yeah, she is. So is Sarah Jessica Parker, though. Ooh,
She actually said herself because I think they're trying to do a Hocus Pocus 3.
fucking no.
And she said something about her, like, if they're going to do it, they need to do it, before I.
Or just don't do it. Like the second one, like was horrible.
Horrible. It was horrible. It was not Hocus Pocus at all.
Kind of like
It was Hocus Pocus.
yeah, it was Hocus Pocus. Like okay, so even like our favorite, well, I say our in a general term, but like the scene where they're like hoofing it down the street and synchronicity doing the thing, it was so out of whack when they were in the Walgreens or wherever it was. It was
Yes.
so off kilter.
Because
Why
they've
they
all
gotta
probably
do
had
that?
hip replacements by this time.
Yeah.
You know, want to talk about a horrible trash movie?
Are we gonna talk about it?
Say it.
La Llorona.
The Legend of La Llorona.
No, it was such a bad movie.
That was
Oh,
a horrible movie. Children wouldn't even be scared of that damn movie.
my God. That was a struggle to stay awake on. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I honestly don't even remember the ending.
It wasn't, look, the last 12 minutes of the movie, I remember sitting up and going, this is a struggle. This is a struggle.
Oh my God. That was horrible. No, never.
But when we watched The Nun and The Nun 2 and The Conjuring and the
Oh my
other
God,
things,
I have to show you guys something.
it was
my
fun.
phone will last long enough. Hold on.
Holding. What are we holding?
You know what you're holding.
Ooh.
The
Nun.
Nun.
I love that. I love that. I'm looking forward to Practical Magic. Oh my God, Sterling, yes. Now that one I have high hopes on, and if they disappoint me, that and Beetlejuice, bro, if they
Same thing.
Oh
I
my
want to watch Beetlejuice. I want to watch Practical Magic. In fact, I want to rewatch those movies because they're about to come out.
Yeah.
But like, maybe that's what we got to do. But I don't want to be disappointed because it's like, is it going to be like everything else?
You know what it's going to do? It's just going to draw me back to the originals, just like Hocus Pocus 2. The minute that was over, I went back and watched the original, and I was like, I knew I wasn't fucking crazy. That movie was fucking bomb.
Yes, it was. You know what else too? Hocus Pocus was meant to be more of a horror-esque show. I mean,
but they shut it down because Disney.
That was back in the day when it was cult classics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hocus Pocus came out during the time of The Craft,
Mm-hmm.
Teen Witch, and all of that. Back when witchcraft and stuff like that had them horrible animatronic demons, but they were fun.
Oh my God, Teen Witch! I actually watched that not too long ago, and I remember like I was over the moon for that movie. I watched it all the time as a kid, and rewatching it, I was like, oh my God!
It was like what Charm started out as.
Oh my God! There's nothing better than season 1 Charmed.
And
then I think it came in at a time where witchcraft was trying to be portrayed as, oh, it's not like this.
Yeah, they were trying to break the taboo status of it.
And then that's when it ruined everything.
This would be a good like podcast talk. Just saying.
What do you mean?
cult classic movies for The Craft. Not The Craft, the movie.
Oh my god! But speaking of The Craft, that movie honestly scared me.
What?
Homegirl, I was seeing like I don't do maggots. I was seeing maggots.
Oh.
And then her house get invaded with snakes or some shit. I don't
Snakes,
know. Oh, you know
roaches.
what else disturbed the hell out of me? The suicide, yo. The disclaimer, but like the self when she was committing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
maggots made you squeamish.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, that did. Yeah.
So you can,
no.
you can chop off a hunk of demon flesh, but you can't touch a pig's foot.
I'm vegan.
As of right now. I can't do maggots either, bro. Like, if I have to do it, I am in full mag gear. I cannot stand a maggot.
Fuck
no,
that.
I couldn't either.
Like, I can, like, when it comes to, like, going to dead animals and stuff, unless it's needed, I will puke when I will not puke, but I'll just will walk right away from where there's maggots. That's too no.
It depends on what if I'm really angry.
Right. It depends on what I need and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm going straight for the maggots.
Right. Exactly. I'll just scoop them up. You scoop them up, you throw them in the jar, you put the lid on, you fucking run like hell.
Yeah, buddy.
Nasty times and nasty places. But it's all for good cause. The higher good of the community. Somebody's got to do the dirty work.
Somebody's got to do the dirty work. If not us, then who?
Exactly.
It's just like Batman. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly what we are. Except I'm not a man. But I like the suit in the car, so it's cool.
So you'll take the title?
Damn right.
Damn right.
I'm Poison Ivy.
Bat bitch.
Bat bitch, Batman, Poison Ivy.
There you go.
I like it. I like
it. Let me tell you, Poison Ivy, the original one. What was her name?
Alyssa Silverstone?
No, maybe I'm not the original one.
Yeah, you gotta remember when you talk about original, like what's your.
She played Medusa in Percy Jackson movie.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Did you see Percy Jackson?
Some movies
what was her name?
What?
Percy Jackson. Do you like Greek mythology?
I mean, yeah, of course.
So Percy Jackson, yeah.
Wait.
Put it on the list. Just put it on the list.
We should have a list of movies we're gonna watch. Hide the jar.
Logan Lerman, he looking good nowadays. Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman. I love Uma
Thurman. She was my favorite Poison Ivy.
I agree. That was a good one, and that's a great comment.
Hide the jar in a paper bag and banish it from thoughts until you need it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uma.
Do maggots reanimate like mealworms?
Well, maggots are.
Do you mean reanimate?
Okay, so I buy for my Venus flytrap. I have to keep my mealworms in the refrigerator so they go dormant. They don't move. They don't wiggle. That way they don't die. And when they warm up, they reanimate, and then the Venus flytrap wants to eat them. So I wonder if maggots do the same thing.
But maggots are technically fly larvae, though.
Yeah, I don't know if a mealworm just dip. I don't know the.
You know, this is just all gross.
I use dry mealworms for my pitcher plants.
You use what?
The dry mealworms like you give to birds.
Oh.
For my pitcher plants.
Oh,
Where are you getting your maggots?
Me?
Yeah.
Roadkill?
Oh,
the mealworms or the maggots?
The maggots.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I was just making sure. Yeah, that's what I do. If
you
not,
can also you can make your own maggots though.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just buy a piece of meat and leave it outside. Let nature do its thing.
Yeah, somewhere hot.
Yeah.
Where you go, grave robbing.
All right. Let's not do that.
Ooh, wee.
Pay attention, Roman.
Yeah. So about
I've never
Sigil,
been.
we're going to talk about in about 15 minutes.
This says Sigil Witchery. Personal design.
You could take a maggot and wrap it up in a sigil.
Stop now. Just stop talking. That's nasty. You can
Okay,
do
so
it.
maggots in a blender make an excellent batter for if you need to envelop a sigil.
Ooh, like a masa, like a demonic tamale,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like a perverted
Close your
pistole.
mouth, babe. Close your mouth. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
If your
you.
mother-in-law, if your mother-in-law
Excuse me.
is Puerto Rican and she gets on your nerves, you just make pasteles out of the maggots.
I mean, you could do a lot. There's witchcraft is amazing.
You can make
What's wrong?
pancakes.
I wonder how everyone else is feeling because I'm shook to my core right now.
Graveyard
You
maggots
can
are
make
a whole
maggot
level.
hush puppies.
Yeah, homegirl, where are you getting maggots from the graveyard?
Oh, easy.
Huh? What are y'all doing?
Well,
You
I
bring
mean,
a
I'm not.
shovel.
Yeah. Duh. You look for the fresh grave. Duh.
You look
That's
for
what
the
I'm
fresh
thinking.
tilled earth.
I mean, like I can like get a piece of meat, leave it in the graveyard, then get it, then
There
go
you go.
retreat.
That's
Ooh,
exactly
even
what
better,
you
a piece
do.
of fish.
Oh, it
A piece
is
of
okay.
fish.
What do you think we're out here doing? Damn it.
Absolutely, it's not smacking.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Comments is lit tonight. I love it.
I'm missing out because I can't see them.
Yeah, you are.
Why can't you see them?
I'm
Oh, that's me
sorry,
making-
Lady Witch. I can't see the chat. I can see it now.
But
I
we
feel like
can't
I
see
could
you.
Absolutely not smacking that burrito.
He's
I
reading the
wouldn't.
comments.
I am now.
So, with that being said, I hope we guys inspired you guys in some fashion on how to create sigils. You can do a lot. You can do a lot. I know someone who I think, lady, I don't know. I could be so wrong. I have a horrible memory. Someone commented that they overlap letters over each other. That they're like their
I
intent.
believe it was either her or Debbie. Yeah.
Somebody, yeah, and that was a great way. That was a great way of making sigils. That's a
Mhm.
unique, perfect way of using it in your craft. So don't, do you?
Nope, I mean, you do you. Yeah.
And yes, there are books on the topic, in case nobody knew.
Yeah. And they're hard to read. Just saying. Some of these people making these, I don't like. This is too much. Too complicated.
Do you guys share your sigils or no? With other
Not
people?
unless it's created with that person.
Okay.
No,
mean,
I don't
I-
have any to share.
But that's it.
Huh?
Go ahead, Rowan.
I don't use sigils that often to have anything collected to share.
You don't have
Okay,
a
so you guys don't have a sigil
visuals?
book?
Do I?
We said the same thing. You say it again.
Oh, you did? Get out of my head. So am I the only one who has? I guess not. If you said it, we're the only ones who have a sigil book.
And Rowan knows I have a sigil book because I was working on the design for the sigil book this
He
morning.
knows I got a sigil book. If I pull it out, he'll be like, "Oh yeah." Mm-hmm.
It's the red
Actually,
one.
right here. Hold on.
Isn't it red?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I just dropped my pentagram. Go back. My sigil book.
This isn't it, but it looks like this. It's very similar.
Oh my God, homegirl, can you leave my house?
It's not red. It's black.
Oh,
And I already have little tabby tabs in. Look,
Oh,
this
I
is
don't
a
have
different
tabby
kind of
tabs.
book. This ain't
I
it.
don't, you know what? Okay, and this is the thing too.
Hers is bigger.
Huh?
No, actually, his is bigger. Mine's just thicker.
That's a whole other
Yeah.
conversation for a whole other video.
I don't know if you want that on
Sometimes
video.
thicker is better than longer.
Yeah, so it's rare when I go into this book and actually reuse a sigil, unless it's like something very like okay. I have the deity sigils, which I always go back to this for, but like a lot of these spells are super, super specific, and and these sigils are very specific to that intent and to that spell. So it's rare when I reuse a sigil.
I like, well, okay, but you keep them. You
Yeah.
have them as a reference.
Yeah.
And I think that that's kind of what made me want to do that, because I literally have sigils in every notebook, and they're all over the place. So I have to be organized and have everything in one spot. Like this is a mind dump of witchcraft, like just little quick things that I can keep in my purse. And then, we have grimoires all over the place, but I want my sigils in one neat compiled little notebook.
Right. See, Lady Witch says she has hers in a decorated composition book, which I love.
Wow, that's interesting.
She's about to get it. Move her butt. Move your butt. Whip a girl.
Handy dandy composition.
Yes. It's not for sigils, but I do decorate mine.
I don't. I'm not a creative person.
Yes, you are.
In other ways, though.
You're very creative. You're scary creative. But this is my little sigil notebook.
Oh, yeah, no, I love that. I love it. It's like a little black book. I love the little black books. It reminds me of, like, the occult, like, magical black book. You know what I mean?
That's what I want this to look like. I even got paint to decorate it with.
That's what I want my grimoire to look like. Like, all my grimoires are black books. Except now, one is gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And we have a different no, actually that's not true, because we also have a blue and gold one.
So more my personal grimoires are black.
Same. I have two black ones and then a gray and a blue and gold.
Me too. Get out of my fucking head. Are you my lost long twin? Long lost twin? Whatever.
I've been saying that for a year, and you're like, no.
We need a DNA test.
I have that. You didn't come up.
And it didn't, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not it. I think we were like next door neighbors 150 years ago.
Try like 80 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Anyway.
If that was the case, if I was rich, you were rich, because I was in a rich neighborhood. Bougie as fuck.
I bet my castle was bigger than yours.
Yeah, it is. I have a cabin.
I have a castle.
Floating in the
I've had more
middle
handmaidens than all y'all.
You have what?
Oh, you can have the handmaids. I don't care about the handmaids.
I had more servants than y'all.
That's fine. Yeah, I call your servants on their off hours. They work for me.
I love the friendly
competition. What? What? Anywho. So, such a witchery. Episode 2. That was amazing. I hope you guys had a great time. I don't know what we even talked about anymore.
It kind of veered like it always does.
Hold on. While I have you guys, I know there's a video coming out. You're going to see us a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Like again tomorrow.
Literally. Somewhere.
What are you looking for?
What day is it?
Friday.
Okay, so tomorrow is our episode 2 of Experiencing Hecate. So tune in for that if you guys are into
Hecate.
Into Hecate, or just learning what it's like working with her and just hearing other witches' experiences with their deities.
Because we're not talking about the same basic topics that every other YouTuber on here talks about. We're talking about interpersonal workings, interpersonal relationship, how our relationships are similar and yet different, and the darker side, the lighter side. It's not the same stuff that everybody jibber jabbers about. That's boring.
No,
nobody crap anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, Hecate is one of the most talked about deities. I feel like her basics and her symbologies you can find anywhere.
Yeah, that is everywhere, and we announced that in the beginning of our video. You're not going to find any of that kind of information on who she is or what she's the deity of or the basics in our video. there's thousands of other videos for that information. We're gonna tell you what it's like when I work with her and what I experience, and what it's like when Crescent works with her and her experience.
Mm-hmm.
So come in, tune in tomorrow, guys. I don't know when that'll be. I don't even know if it'll be alive or not. But we will see you guys in the next video. So good night, everybody.
I like your comment, Brittany.
Thanks for tuning in. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Adios.